Welcome back to the Angry Man Podcast with Jason and Greg. So, Jay, we got an interesting one here, and this is basically a continuation of a video that we did yesterday. Now, we talked a little bit about Gervonta Davis questioning anybody associated with Snack. Well, we know two of the biggest names associated with Snack are Terrence Crawford and Devin Haney. Now, my assumption is he's more so pointing that to Devin Haney just to kind of throw jabs at him. And these two guys have been kind of going back and forth over the last, let's call it 36 hours or so. And apparently they continue on into the night, or at least early this morning. So, Jay, I'm going to start with this tweet here from Devin Haney, which this was a very aggressive tweet, I have to say. So this has some explicit language, so I'm warning some of you guys ahead of time. But he says, Tank is a pussy. He is scared to death of me. He's always let me see. Hold on, I'm sorry. This thing is kind of small. No, that's just the way that he's saying it. He say want to fight when I have a fight lined up already. Well, now I'm free. Let's make it happen. Okay, so that's what he said. And then Tank responded with, I promise you, your father gonna cry for what I'ma do to you. And that's on my dead homie. Your best bet is to enjoy it while you can. And then Devin Haney responds, and that is not in the screenshot that you sent me, Jay, but I'm going to go ahead and go back to Twitter now because he says, let's make it happen. I'm free. And Gervonta Davis responds with, say nothing. So it sounds like to me that these two gentlemen right now are negotiating the possibility of a fight occurring. Now, personally, I don't think this fight is going to happen at all. I'm going to be quite honest with you guys, and I'm going to keep it straight up and up front with you guys right now. I don't believe this fight's going to happen because of this. Devin Haney, and somebody pointed this out, and I'm going to go ahead and say this as well because it's true. Devin Haney just 3 weeks ago said that he was going to fight Gervonta Davis, or he'd be willing to move back down to 135 pounds to fight Gervonta Davis because that's the big money fight. And now he's saying on Twitter that you might as well get that out of your head because he's not going to move down and fight. And that's part of what precipitated this as well, because I think Tank responded with something to the effect of you're my bitch or something like that. I own something like that. So the fight's not going to happen because of that. So, but that is a contradiction that Devin Haney made. Now, is Devin Haney, I tell people this all the time. You cannot necessarily hold somebody to a comment that they made unless no circumstances or available data has come to fruition, if you will. Devin Haney has gone through a training camp at 140, just recently fought at 140 and came to the ring at 165. I don't think Devin Haney can make 135 pounds anymore. I just don't think he can make 135. So that's the reason why his position has changed. Like, we got to give grace where grace is due. But I don't believe that this fight is actually going to happen because I don't think, and I'm on the record of saying this, Jay, people try to ignore some of the things that we say, and they try to just, I tell people all the time, they struggle unless an argument is binary, right? On our live stream, 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, every Sunday, if you get the opportunity, please come check us out. But on that live stream, I said personally that I believe that Gervonta Davis should go up to 140 and fight Devin Haney. He absolutely should. And the reason why I say that is because this is the perfect opportunity. He's already struggling to make 140. At a point in which he gets to 147, this fight is not going to happen, guys. It's not going to happen. Devin's going to be too high in weight, and I don't ever see Gervonta Davis fighting at 147. But now, that was before I heard that Devin Haney had weighed in at 165 on Fight Night, Jay. That was before that. Now I know that he's weighed in at 165 on Fight Night for Regis Prograde. How much do you believe Gervonta Davis rehydrates after a weigh-in? What's your thoughts? Maybe 15, let's say 15 pounds. So maybe he comes in at 150. So let's say he comes in at 150. He's going to come in at a 15-pound deficit against Devin Haney. Like, and I know a lot of people don't like to hear this, specifically my guy Jay, and I'll be curious to hear what Jay has to say about this in the comment section. But as the A side, and we cannot ignore this because this is a part of the sport. As the A side, why would I put myself in a position where I'm going to give up 15 pounds going into a fight? Well, why would I do that? Now, Tank may just dare to, Yeah, Tank may just dare to be great and say, you know what, screw it. I'm going to do it regardless. I'm going to go in there and I'm going to fight this guy because I believe in myself. I believe I'm going to beat this guy regardless of what he comes in. And that's fine. But at the same time, that's a lot of weight to give up to a big, skilled fighter like Devin Haney. So, I don't know if I would do that. But at the end of the day, these two guys are going back and forth. I'm pretty sure they're going to go back and forth for the rest of the day. But we wanted to address this today. Jay, what's your thoughts on what's been transpiring on X?
Team No Sleep, man. Team No Sleep. They've been going at it. To your point, about Devin changing his stance, that's cool and everything, but he still got to stand on what he initially said about going back down to fight Tank at 135. That would be the only fight for him at 135. Now, do I think Tank
we disagree
should
there.
Fight him at a different weight? Huh?
I disagree there, but go ahead.
No, I said he still should stand on that and just say why he changed his mind. Don't act like you never said it. That's what I'm saying. He needs to go and say, yeah, I said it at the time. Now I've said it and had this fight at 140. I don't think I can go back down to 135 for anybody. He needs to address that part. Don't act like that could never happen, because it happened recently too, this year, a few months ago. So, but I think I would love to see Tank go up to 140 now. People gonna be pissed off. Oh, they shouldn't have a catch weight. They shouldn't have a catch weight. They shouldn't have a rehydration clause. I would still do it. I would do that because I'm not gonna give you every advantage, even more advantage over me than you already have as far as your height and your range. Those are two things that you have on me, and then you're gonna have extra to try to be a weight bully to me too, knowing that you do sometimes, like in the past and with Loma, you do it, hold them a little bit. Same thing. You didn't really have to hold Cambosa as much, but you did hold Loma. You had 1-2 in your hold to be smart about it and tire him out that way. So I'm not gonna give you a full advantage on me, but I think Tank should fight him at at 138. Maybe a rehydration clause or no higher than 160 for Devin or something like that. Because him jumping up 25 pounds, if they fought at 130, he'll come back at 165. That's 30 pounds. He'll still have like you said, a 15-pound advantage over Tank. And to Devin's defense, against Regis, he wasn't a weight bully. He didn't use his weight to lean on Regis. He used his skill to beat Regis like that. So his weight he came in at 165, rehydrated 165, 155, 145. His skill is what won that fight for him. So let's not get it twisted like Devin don't got skill. And he used the weight only. Now I think he would use the weight advantage to try to tire Tank out. But I think Tank is skilled enough to get out of that as well. But I'm here for it. They're going back and forth, no sleep last night. There's more early this morning going at it. I mean, obviously they neither one of them training for anything right now. It seems for sure with them being up all night long, going back and forth. But I'm here for it if they were to fight. I think it's a stretch because I think Devin and Bill are really going to try to feel like they're like the A side and be the lion's share of everything and try to dictate all the rules. That's not going to happen. Two people you can't dictate the rules to is Tank and Canelo. So I don't think Devin's going to give any concessions to a fight with Tank. I just don't see it happening right now, especially after what he did with Regis and the way they had a packed house too.
He'll make concessions for Tank. I believe he will. I believe it will. Bill is. Listen, I think Bill and Devin are smart. I think they've been moving in a smart way. They know that they're not the A side in this particular fight, and they know what the A side is going to get. So I think the only thing they'll push back on is weight. But I think a lot of stuff, and of course they're going to negotiate, dog. I mean, that's part of the game, but I think the only thing they'll push back on is weight. But I don't think the fight is happening anyway, so it is what it is. You guys tell us what you think in the comment section in regards to the back and forth between Gervonta Davis and Devin Haney. Don't forget to hate, like, comment, and subscribe. This is the Angry Man Podcast, AM Sports Media, and we are out.